I'll use a 2-inch today. Pull it through the paint.
When I was a young one, I was always infatuated with art in the ways of putting your mental thoughts onto a digital or physical canvas. It's beautiful, it's spiritual. It's the way you're seeing this character you're looking at right here. And it's always been an itch for me to figure out how to do it myself.
Art is a hobby that I think is generally very well respected, and while a lot of people consider getting into it, there are a lot of roadblocks in the way between just starting out and, for real, getting into it. This is discouraging to a lot of beginner artists because it's not really a hobby that you could get into day one. It can take a lot of time and a lot of hard work before you see noticeable progress. When I was a kid, I really liked to write stories, but I didn't really know how to draw. I'd get really frustrated because I had so many ideas, but I didn't know how to put them on paper. Now, I sometimes have the opposite problem, where I'm really in the mood to draw something, but I don't have the inspiration for what I actually want to make. It's funny how no matter what stage of your art journey that you're in, even pre-artist level, you find excuses of why you shouldn't try. All that really helps you do is avoid learning.
You know, that's funny. I can actually relate in a way with art.
I think a lot of us can. A lot of people pick up hobbies, but not a lot of people stick with it. Did you know that Fender reports that 90% of the people who pick up the guitar quit within a year? It's not an uncommon experience to not keep up with a hobby, even if it sounds like something you'd want to learn.
Yeah, I did the same and I dropped the pen. I used to draw myself, like for real. Before I was even in middle school, I doodle my Roblox characters, and I draw pretty much every creepypasta character there is.
Somehow I managed to avoid the creepypasta phase. But no matter what it is that inspires you, even if it's fucking weird, take it and use it as a reason to get better.
Don't insult me because you missed out. It's funny, because I wasn't really an artsy kid after that, but you are.
Man, it'd be so cool to be able to draw. I really wish I could do that.
Oh, well, if you want to give it a try, then just do it. You'll never get better if you don't start.
But I gave up on drawing in elementary school because I wasn't getting better. It's probably too late now.
Too late? You're 12. Are you stupid?
There's a sentence you can say that goes along the lines of, I want to do blank, or I wish I could blank. But instead of it being a materialistic possession or something you need to earn, it's a hobby or a skill that you can learn with anyone. In this case, it's art. And I know a lot of people tend to complain and vent about how they can't do something when they haven't even tried it yet. Anyone can do this. In fact, anyone can truly be anything. But how can you complain that you can't do something if you haven't even given it a chance yet? Yeah, you. How can you complain if you haven't even tried yet? Yeah. That's what I thought. Practice makes perfect.
I'd like to say that there's a common belief that art is a skill that you either naturally have or naturally don't. I'd venture to say that anybody can be an artist, and maybe we learn at different paces, but I don't think you're predisposed to being unable to learn.
You can do anything you want to do if you just try. Include being taught how to draw. I guess the real question could be, how? I believe it takes just a few steps. Qwizz, could you show me how to do it right now?
I'd probably start at square one with finding out what motivates you and inspires you to create. You need motivation, as in a reason that compels you to learn and keeps you at it. And you need inspiration that gives you the idea of what you're actually going to create. It's hard to just answer the question of how to draw, since it really depends on what you're interested in doing, what mediums you plan on working with, and quite honestly, your schedule and how much of it you're planning on putting in. Once you've got that all figured out, start finding artists that you look up to and look through their content. Find and listen to advice that they've already posted. Ask them questions if you find an opportunity in an environment where you can do that. Listen to established artists, but make your own decisions where you want to, and apply your creativity and own thoughts to create something new and personal to you. I feel like the first step is to think about why you want to draw, and then think about what you would draw if you were able to draw anything. You can be whatever you want to be with enough time and hard work.
With enough time and hard work?
Get motivated, get motivated, get motivated. Draw. Hey, might as well draw.
With enough time and hard work.
Get up and draw. Yeah, is he even drawing? I don't know.
Okay, but to be honest, push-ups and exercise may not be the most direct path towards improving as an artist, but at least the dedication is there. We learn in different ways, but if you're willing to put in the effort, you'll see improvement somewhere down the line. Have you ever felt something like this?
I have an idea for exactly what I want to draw, but I just don't have the skill to do it.
I think that's a pretty relatable experience during the pre-artist phase. We know what we want to make, which was what made us want to draw in the first place, but we don't know how to go about doing it. The thing is, even if it doesn't turn out good or it doesn't look like what it's supposed to, you'll never get better if you don't have a starting point. Not to mention, you can always revisit your work later on if you want to. Just give it a shot.
It's so mid. It's so mid. How did you draw something that mid?
I tried really hard on this.
Oh, you didn't try hard enough. You didn't try hard enough.
It seems a little excessive, I feel.
So in conclusion, if art is something that you're interested in, then give it a try. You'll only regret it later on if you don't seize the opportunity that you have right now. It's easy to get demotivated when you can't immediately recreate what you have in your head, but remind yourself that progress takes time, and it's not always linear either. What matters is that you're doing something new and having fun while doing it.
Practice makes perfect, and you'll never learn something new if you never try. If you want to pick up a new hobby that sounds interesting to you, start sooner than later because you never know what could happen. You don't know where you could take yourself if you start trying now. That's the beauty of art and hobbies itself. We all have the power.
Or not, or you could walk away from this video learning nothing. You could live your life wallowing in your own regret because you really wanted to get
Okay,
good.
Qwizz, stop being a fucking dick.
It's so mid. It's so. How did you draw something that mid?
I really tried.
Ew.